Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming back. I am Oluwadamilola Onuwa. This is the first video in this month of December. So I am wishing you a very happy new month and also wishing you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. Before we get started, I want to thank you all for watching our past videos, for subscribing and all of that. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like the video and comment. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for always being supportive. You are loved. Thank you so much. So today I will be discussing a very interesting topic titled things you should know as a young wife in marriage. Being as a young wife in marriage, it can be exciting and it can also be challenging at the same time. So let's quickly discuss some important things that we need to know, especially with the young wives in marriage. As a young wife, navigating marriage can be exciting and be challenging at the same time. So here are some things that we should keep in mind as young wives, or maybe wives to be, and all of that. So there are some things we should keep in mind entering into marriage so that it help us navigate marriage well while we are in it. So the first thing I will be discussing is communication. Communication is key. Communication is key in marriage. As a young wife in marriage, learn to express your feelings, your needs, your concerns openly and respectfully to your spouse in marriage. It will really go a long way to avoid hidden secrets and odds and all those things. So learn to be open to your spouse. And also, active listening is very important in marriage. Seek to understand your spouse perspective. And you should also give your listening ears. You should also be able to listen so that you'll be able to seek and understand your spouse perspective on some issues. So it's not just about communicating, then you should also be able to listen. Active listening too is also part of communication. And the second one is prioritize teamwork, because marriage is partnership. So you guys should approach challenges as a team. Learn to approach whatever challenge you have in your marriage as a team, not try to um approach it individually. It might not really bring out the results you want, and it might really be causing a lot of issue and dragging a lot of things in the marriage. So one thing you guys should know is that marriage is partnership. Don't try to do a lot of things alone. Try to do a lot of things together and approach whatever kind of challenges as a team. It will help you bring out a better result, a beautiful result, and a fast result. So you guys should prioritize teamwork. And you as a young wife, you will be the one to be able to bring up all these things most of the time. So the first one I said is communication. That communication is key. And the second one I said prioritize teamwork. So learn to prioritize, but don't like to do everything as your own. I know that on your own, rather. I know most women, they have this trend to do a lot of things on their own, and most guys can be nonchalant and ignorant about a lot of things. So you might just feel like, let me do it fast. If I do it alone, I'll be able to do it fast. It's not going to drag. And no, learn to carry your spouse along. Both of you should prioritize teamwork. I know you have the strength as a woman, as a wife, to do a lot of things on your own and faster, but just give your spouse the chance to also support you in whatever thing you want to do. So you don't have to do it alone, because this thing can bring bond into the marriage. Doing things together, carrying him along, even though you can do it alone, or you can do it faster. Let him be involved in whatever you want to do. Thank you. So let's move on to the third one. Third one is that you should maintain realistic expectations, because a lot of women don't like the truth. They have so many unrealistic expectations. It's not going to help you. So you have to maintain realistic expectations in marriage, and you have to understand that both you and your spouse, you are works in progress. So no one is perfect. You need to understand that no one is perfect. Not like you want everything to be perfect, then you be setting unrealistic demands which you know that it cannot be achievable. No, you don't have to do that. So you have to maintain realistic expectations. Don't expect too much. Just expect what you should expect. Don't expect too much. That's what I can say. No one is perfect. You are not perfect. Your spouse is not perfect. So both of you are still work in progress. Both of you should strive together and make sure you achieve something together. And another thing you need to put in your mind as a young wife, you need to understand that love evolves over time, and you need to put effort to keep it stronger. You need to put effort in your marriage, you need to put effort in your relationship to keep your relationship or your marriage stronger. So you need to also put that in mind. And that's what will help you to understand and also to maintain realistic demand. This brings us to the fourth one, which is for you to manage conflicts constructively. Make sure you manage conflicts constructively because you know disagreements are normal. Do you get? Disagreements are normal, fights are normal, arguments are normal, but they should be healthy. I'm not talking about this unhealthy one. Both of you are two different people coming from two different backgrounds. So before you understand yourself, it might take a process, it might take time and all of that. So you need to focus on finding solution to whatever problem it is that you are having with your spouse in the marriage. Focus on finding solutions and not putting blame. It can be very easy for one of the spouse, either the wife or the husband, to put blame on each other. But let's always avoid putting blames on each other. Let's also always focus on finding solutions to whatever the problem is. So which will help us to manage conflicts constructively, because conflicts are bound to happen whether we like it or not, knowingly or unknowingly, but it can be managed well. It can be managed well. That's if both of you understand each other and you are willing to make it work. And also, we should practice patience in the heat of disagreement, in the heat of any challenges or issue. Let's practice patience, because let's avoid saying hurtful things. It can be easy to say hurtful things in the heat of disagreement and all of that. Let's always have patience. Let's practice patience whenever there is conflict or one thing or the other. And the next one is learn to forgive and move on in marriage. That is very, very important. You need to learn to forgive and move on in marriage. You don't need to hold grudges, because holding grudges can ruin your relationship, it can ruin your marriage, it can ruin your affairs. So you don't need to hold grudges. You need to talk about the issues, you need to forgive, and you need to move on. You need to focus on the future. That's it. That's why I said grudges are not even, don't allow grudges. Just like I and my husband married, whenever we have one disagreement or the other, it doesn't even look as if we fight, because we that we just argue on one thing, or we just hurt each other just within 1 second. The next minute we would have asked each other another question, because we can't do without each other, and we have learned to rely on each other. So we don't even hold grudges. Many people will feel like these people, they don't fight. We have issues sometimes, but you doesn't even we used to ask ourselves that, do we even have issues? Because we can't even remember when the issue came or not, because we don't hold grudges. You used to look as if it's just normal talk and all the time. So we just before you know, we're already talking, we're already laughing, we're already gisting. That's the way it should be. So you need to learn to forgive and move on. Don't hold grudges. Talk about the issues, discuss about it, so that you guys can find a solution to it. Then you focus on the future, being together. Then what both of you need to know again is that you should learn to apologize when you are wrong. Even when you are not wrong, sometimes you need to just apologize. It creates trust. It helps you to trust each other more, love each other more, and bond with each other more. So you need to learn to apologize. Some people don't know how to apologize. It's not their fault, but you need to learn to apologize. So far you are in this school of marriage and you want a long-lasting marriage, you need to learn to apologize, either when you are wrong or when you are not wrong. Trust me, that's also very, very important. And this next point I'm about to discuss is very, 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 very vital. You need to learn to celebrate each other, either in your big wins or your small wins. You need to celebrate each other's efforts. You need to let each other know that you are trying. Hey guy, you are doing your best. Hey woman, you are doing your best. You are doing great. You need to learn to celebrate each other, because both of you as each other's fan, first of all, whether you like it or not, nobody is going to help you celebrate your partner, even though people can do that. But I think you should celebrate your partner first. Celebrate whatever kind of achievement, either big achievement or small achievement. You as young couples, you also need to note that it is very, very important to celebrate each other's achievements. So you need to acknowledge their efforts, and you need to acknowledge their achievements. Give them a thumbs up. They are trying, they are doing the best. Because regular appreciation helps to foster positivity, and it helps to deepen your bond. So you need to always appreciate and celebrate each other's achievements, efforts, wins, whatever. So, and this will bring us to the last but not the least. Stay committed to each other in your marriage. You know, love is a choice and it's what you choose to do every day. Stay committed to each other even during challenging times. So I hope you learned one or two